election that there's a lot of tension. It's like it's personal. Do we feel that sometimes we feel like these candidates is personal? It's not like a national interest, it's a personal interest. So there's a lot of tension around this year. But tension is not necessarily a bad thing. You see, tension also points to we Ghanaians make it tense by how we project we are going to vote, you see. So if we say it's a close election, because we are going to vote in a close election, the tension that arises that the parties feel and they want to put on us, that is part of the way we want to vote. After all, if right now we have picked a clear winner, there's no issue. But as it stands, there's no clear winner, so there's tension. So the tension itself is not bad. It is whether or not we are equipped to deal with the tensions that arise. What we do to maintain the peace around our homes, our community, and the nation when the tensions boil over. So now I'm going to ask you general questions like, do we think as a country we have the ability to keep the tension, the lid on the tension? And some of our ability will be our own security agencies. Do we think the police are equipped, empowered to deal with the tension? Do we think our community leaders are equipped to deal with the tension? To what extent have the political processes compromised us so that we can't keep our own peace? So that's the question. How do we feel about our ability to deal with the tensions this year? Because it's going to be tense. So how do we feel about that? We do our election. When an election year comes around, we expect Ghana to be a country that it is not. So whatever problems we have in an election year, because we had them the year before that, which we haven't fixed. So do you think we are equipped to adequately handle our tensions this year?
Looking at situations at hand, we the individuals, especially the youths, we must bear one thing in mind. Those are the top, excuse me to say, the fanfuls. Yes, because if you look at them at the top, where they sit, how they act, you realize that they are all one. But we on the ground here, we argue, fight over them.
They make us feel different.
Yes, you see that there's no sense in all whatever we are doing. Okay, so they are using us to achieve what they want at the top there. And when they get there, you realize that we are nothing. Okay, so one thing we must put in mind is we are all one citizen. Okay, we are all members of this country. Okay, so one thing we must bear in mind is if we fight each other, at the end of it all, what are we going to achieve? Are we going to achieve something at the end? So why are we fighting? Okay, that is one thing we the youth must bear in mind. Alright,
Thank you. Anybody else?
My name is Collins.
Oh, your name?
Collins.
And his name? Collins is the one going to
Dunant.
Dunant.
To add to what you said, I think 2 days ago, I watched this Good Morning Ghana on Metro TV. And when you see the kind of languages these people are using on each other, in fact, I really was annoyed. But I wanted to watch the program to the end. I sat by, I watched the program. And funny enough, after the program, you see people shaking hands and laughing at each other. And I said, what? So it means that they are sitting there and they are inciting you who is outside to go and do something. So right now, I've made up my mind that, well, I think that after all, they are the same people. They are just there and saying it so that you out there, if you don't have place, if you don't act well, you go out and do something and you rather be in trouble. So I've made up my mind, maybe that should be what you want. You hear the thing and then you just, as if you not heard it. Because at the end of the day, they sit together and they eat. Then you are suffering.
They are colleagues.
On the ground.
Yes. Are you going to say something? The nice young woman back there. Yes.
My friend wants to talk.
Hello, good afternoon.
Your name?
Kolali.
Kolali.
Yeah. Talking about equipping the police to fight or to curb tension.
Yes.
I think it's one major way or it's one main way in really reducing tension. However, I think when we merely equip the police force to curb tension, we will not actually resolve the problem because in the long run, it still boils down to we the people. I think there must be rigorous educational campaign because when we buy them the guns and the cars, that they should forestall all, how do you call it, conflict. It will still also be, it is still us. No, majority of Ghanaians are illiterate. So what our politicians say on radio, as long as they get to understand them, it's imbibed in them. How do we go down to the people in the rural areas to let them know the need for us to keep peace?
Answer your question.
Sorry, that
to add up to what he said, talking about tension, fine enough, tension, good. But I feel that if there's any word like tertiary issue, then equipping the places up there, even above secondary issue, we don't even need that. It is equipping the people in the grassroots that we need. That is the most important of all. Letting the people know the essence of their presence in Ghana. And good. This is something that you are, I mean, like as a group, taking up to see all youth groups and talk to them, share ideas with them. This is something that we, CCY, have also taken as a youth group to come up with a video in our sector, that is culture, to preach peace. This is something that he has taken up, going to the rural areas to talk to the very, very indigenous people, who don't hear and listen to the radio. They don't listen to anything. The essence for them to wake up early in the morning, go to the farm and come back late in the night. You go to such a person and you tell the person, I'm going to give you 500,000. I want you to pick a gun and a cutlass, fight for me. The person is willing to do it for you because the amount of money you are offering is huge. You understand? So it is rather those of us that, excuse my word, that are in the cities.
You have advantage.
Yes, we have the advantage. And we need to take it up so that, take it up among ourselves to go to the very people in the so-called villages or cottages as we call them, so that we go talk to them. Because when you hear it, I hear it, we decide to ignore it. Fine, fair enough. What if the person far in the remote village picks a gun, comes to my house and kills me? There's a saying that when your neighbor's house is on fire, you should go help him quench the fire. You're not doing it for him. You're doing it for yourself, because who knows, the fire can jump. There are people that will fetch water, move in front of their house and be waiting for the fire to come so that it won't help us all.
Oh, she has a hand up. Oh, what's her name?
Becky.
Becky.
Yeah. Please, to add up to what we are doing, with this biometric registration, some of the, I think, Stardom, and actually they have this group of people that, in collaboration with another group, I forgot the name, they have this program going around villages, educating the people. But leaving the cities, we see most times when these things happen, the villages don't have time in it. Yeah, it's we the people that are staying in the cities, the so-called cities, that always have hands in these things. And then they go leaving the cities, going to the villages to educate them, and then leaving the cities. So I think it was very nice concerning the campaign. And next they'll be doing it again before the campaign, educating people on how to go about the campaign. So it will be very nice. They start in the cities before they get to the villages, because the villages, they don't care. They are just there.
For most of these campaign messages don't go deep down into the villages. It's always centered at the urban areas. Okay, but like there is somebody in that village they call the village champion. He gets the information, gets down, and then he sits some people down by one base, taking alcohol, and then he tells them what is happening there. But information is in a way. If I should tell this girl right now, I'm going to slap Kofi, smiling with a smiley face. Before the message gets to Kofi, she's going to interpret it this way. If she says she catch you wearing, she'll slap you and kill you. So the way it gets to the people in the village, when it travels from those channels, before it gets to those people, they say, hey, this war is going to happen, so prepare yourselves for war. This is, you see people going to buy arms and other things, hiding in various places. So it will be very, very good if the information, these campaigns, go deep down to the villages there.
But what you raise is also, the